like roam around the camp. There'll be like pool and a couple other things. We'll have some games, arts and crafts area set up and stuff like that. After our free time, we'll have some lunch, then back into some more strengths activities, some more free time. We like to build in some free time. At other camps we've had it said that we don't have enough free time, so we're trying to build in some more free time for people to be able to build some relationships with other people that aren't in their group. After that free time, we'll have some dinner, then we'll prep for the dance and have a fun dance. Then more cabin reflections and lights out. And day 4, wake up again at 7 o'clock. So fun. And 8 o'clock we'll have breakfast. The thing is, the food's gonna be really good. So I'm excited about that. And then the 4th day is really gonna be community-based, but really centered around learning research skills. So after breakfast, everybody will go into some workshops that are gonna be centered around gathering research and interpreting research. After that, we'll have some lunch, get on the buses, come back to Sacramento and arrive here around 5 o'clock, 5:30-ish. And that will be our camp experience. Some of the stuff on here might shift, but the things that will stay the same is the wake-up call, breakfast for sure, and then we're gonna do ropes on those days. So those things will be the same, and our lights out time. So, any questions about the agenda at all? Good?
One of the things that we caught yesterday is that on the packet of what to bring, we have a pool and there's a lifeguard and all that good stuff, but we did not put bring swim equipment or whatever. So swimsuit, yes, and towels. So you might want to add that, and if you can, contact your young people, let them know, because it's probably more than likely going to be great weather up there, and they're going to want to go swimming in that awesome pool that they have there. So something to consider, and we're going to try to do everything we can to catch that at the parent orientation. But if you guys can help with that, it would be because there's nothing worse than a young person being like, I wish I could have gone swimming. And so we apologize for not putting that in the packet. It was just an oversight on our end.
So I'm gonna hand it over to you to talk about strengths.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Our camp is, people love the talent show and they love the dance. We have DJ Anthony Vincent, who does a lot of the local clubs here and everything. Don't worry, he behaves really well when he's with us, and he's fingerprinted by the district. And young people absolutely love this guy. Like, Anthony's just a youth developer at heart. So like our DJ is like, actually, he's got the skills. He's really good. So let's talk a little bit about why strengths. Why did we do this? Raise up your hand if you've ever told, here is something that you're not good at and you should work on. Yeah, go. Okay, this won't be that kind of camp. This will be the kind of camp where we say things like, hey, this is what you're really good at, and you should really invest in this. You should give it more time, more knowledge, and more energy, and turn it into real strength. And this is what we're trying to capitalize on. And I shared this story yesterday, and it's a story that I share quite often these days. So the first time we rolled out a strength-based camp, there's Anthony right there. That's DJ Anthony Vincent right there. The first time we rolled out strengths at camp, we had just finished doing telling your story in balconies and basements, and this young man runs out of the room for break, and he goes out into the field and he just lays down on the ground and he's crying. And we're way up in the mountains, like we're what, 3 hours away from here or something like that. And I run up to him like, hey, are you all right? Are you all right? And he can't get a word out. He's crying that bad. He's just not talking. And can I just hang out with you until you finish crying? He's like, yeah. He just nods his head. So he finally gets it together, and I said, tell me what's going on. He says this 3 times. He goes, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And I go, dude, you gotta tell me more. You gotta tell me why you're good. So he gets it together a little bit more, and he goes, Adrian, I'm 16 and a half years old. I'm from South Sac, and I've never been told in my life what I'm good at. Because today was the first time I was ever told what I'm good at. And if you think about that, that's a travesty. That means that his teachers, that means that his parents, that means that wherever he attended his practice his faith, whatever, never told him, here are the things that you're good at. And it was one of those moments where he felt like the clouds had opened for him. He was like, wow, I get it. I'm good at these things. I should capitalize it. By the way, this young man's doing really good right now. He's at Cal State Northridge going into his sophomore year, and he's believing in himself in a big way, and that's super important to us. And you're going to see a lot of this. Quite honestly, at this camp, there'll be a lot of tears, and so many of these tears will be tears of joy. But there will also be those moments of like, man, okay, I get why life has been hard for me. And we'll talk about those things. And we, as adults, we just have to be ready for that. We have to catch it. And we'll talk more about that in a minute. So what they took, or what they are taking, everyone at camp, right, from adults to youth, will take the Strength Quest assessment. and it will help students and adults discover, develop, and apply their talents for academic, personal, and career success. But quite honestly, we're going to put a twist on this, and we're really going to focus on relationships and student organization and leadership. Those are the 3 areas that we'll be using the strength assessment for. What they will do is kind of what you did, right? You take the assessment and it will spit out their top 5 talents. And it will tell them this is who you are, this is what you should know about yourself. And we're gonna just dive deeper into that Strengths Insight report and what that looks like. So, oh, sorry about that. But this right here is just really big for us because this is going to be the conversation on the way up. This is going to be the conversation on the way back. This will be the conversation when you're with them during the school year. They're going to want to talk strengths. And it is a paradigm shift in the way we talk with each other and work with each other. But to kind of demonstrate really fast, what's the difference between working or living life through strengths and living life through weaknesses? What I want you to do is just pick up a pen and also grab one of those Whitey end pads. And what I want you to do is I want you to stand up where you're at right now and just put the pad down. Right? Put the pad down. And what I want you to do is, when I say go, not yet, I'm going to have you write your name for 20 seconds. First and last name. You choose cursive or print. It's up to you. But there's a twist to this. Does everyone have the pen in their hand right now? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. What I want you to do is I want you to put that pen now in your non-dominant hand. The hand that you don't usually write your checks with.
Lovely.
Yeah, I know, right? It's getting ugly already. And what I want you to do is that hand that is your dominant hand, the hand that you usually write with, just wave with it and put it right behind your back. There you go, right out. So what I want you to do when I say go is write your first and last name as many times as possible using your non-dominant hand for 25 seconds. Ready? On your marks, get set, go. You know we have this on video now, right? And time.
Short window.
Time. Hey, how many of you were able to write your name like 6 times?
Oh gosh.
No. How about 5 times? 4 times? 3 times? 3? 2? 1.5? 1? There you go. Nice, nice. And so remember this feeling, right? Remember this feeling right now of like having to write your name with your non-dominant hand. And what I want you to do right now is I want you to switch hands. Put the pen in your dominant hand now and put your non-dominant hand behind your back. Same thing, when I say go, I want you to write your name as many times as possible in 25 seconds. And let's see if you can shatter the amount. Let's give this a shot. On your marks, get set, go. And time. Cool. How many of you were able to write your name more than once?
Yeah.
More than twice?
Yep.
More than 3 times? 4 times? 5 times? 6 times? 7 times?
7.5.
Wow. 7.5, 8, and 8. So, interesting, right? Your non-dominant hand. You guys can sit down and relax and let that all out really quick. But, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. When you focus on your weaknesses, it feels like your non-dominant hand. It feels like you're going through life doing that. And for so many of our young people, they've kind of experienced life being told, here's what we need you to work on your weaknesses. And we're not saying that you ignore weaknesses because you have to do damage control on weaknesses, but truth be told, all of us could have went to Michael Jordan camp in his sophomore year of high school. We all could have went to Michael Jordan camp. There was only one Michael Jordan walking out of there, right? So for us, it's really finding out what are we the Michael Jordan of? What are the things that just come easiest to us and that we can take into a world-class level? And this camp is about that. It's about strengths. It's about that feeling of like, man, I don't know why, but I do this really well. I don't know why, but I'm better than most people at this. I don't know why, but I enjoy it, right? And that's what we want them to get out of this camp, right? So, and strengths is going to bring that to life. Anything to add around strengths and why we do it?
We have a little video prepared to show you guys that talks a little bit more about developing talents and where that development can take you.
This is a science. This isn't like, someone made it up, a bunch of hippies around a fire hanging out. Like, nothing wrong with that at all, right? But this wasn't what this was. There's some real science behind this, and we'll talk a little bit more about this at the end of the video. Let me see.